guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my today's video I'm going to be doing my 2017 favorites, and this is only makeup favorites. I am going to be doing another video about skincare and hair care favorites. I know I am a bit late. It's almost the end of January and I have been MIA from YouTube for a really long time. But if you have been following me on Instagram, you know that I did get my teeth extracted, almost 6 of them. And also I want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I got my braces, and precisely the reason why I was absent from YouTube. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, because you just get my regular updates about what I'm doing off camera when I'm not on YouTube. Long story short, I got my braces and I was in extreme pain. If you have got braces done before, you know how much pain you go through when you get your teeth extracted and you get your braces. So yeah, if you want me to do a video on that, do let me know. I'll do an entire video about what happened and how I got my teeth extracted and my entire journey. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a video. I'm going to start with whatever is there in front of me. So the first thing is going to be the Pac Pore Primer. This is the Flawless Finish Primer. I really like this primer, and that's what I'm wearing today as well. This does cover the pores. I'm not going to say that it lasts throughout the day. Definitely at the end of the day you do see a lot of pores, but that is with any primer. So the next one is going to be foundation. So 2017 was a year of foundations, and oh my god, I discovered so many good foundations. The first one is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I'm in the shade Desert Beige. I've done an entire review on this foundation. I think it was on my first impression video, which I'll link it above over here. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it. I really like this foundation. It gives an amazing coverage. It doesn't come with a pump, but it comes like a paddle brush like this, which you can just dot it on your face and you'll be done. Of course, there is a thing about hygiene, but I mean, it's only me using it, so I'm not going to share this with anyone else. Now, if you do follow me on Instagram, you know that I went to India back in November and I only picked 2 foundations with me. So one was the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, the matte one, and the other one was this LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation. I think I did like a first impression video on this. I really genuinely like this foundation. It comes with a pump, it's full coverage, and I think throughout the 1 month that I was there in India, I think I used pretty much this one only more than my L'Oreal Infallible, which is a lot to say, because if you haven't watched my 2016 favorites video, which I filmed last year, you know that that was my go-to foundation and I absolutely love that foundation. I don't think I mentioned the shade, but I am warm beige in LA Girl. So the next one is going to be the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I'm in the shade Sand Beige. Now again, this is a super thick foundation. It does not bring too much shininess on my face. I have a combination skin and that kind of makes my T-zone extremely oily, so I don't like using like dewy foundation. The last one in foundation is going to be my Fenty Beauty. I mean, I had to mention this. I did an entire review on this and I'm in the shade 300. The fact that Fenty Beauty has about 40 shades in it and it caters to all skin tones is such an amazing thing. Like, I know a lot of other girls on YouTube, they are pretty much my shade. Like I am caramel beige, and in all the other foundations they are my shade. To think about that, in Fenty Beauty they are like 2 shades lighter or 2 shades darker, shows the amount of shades that Fenty Beauty has. I really like this foundation. It is amazing, and I also have done an entire video on the entire Fenty Beauty line. I will link it above over here, and I love it. And also it does come with a pump, so that is again a very good thing. Now there are 2 concealers that I discovered in 2017. The first one is the Tarte Shape Tape. I know the foundation that they released recently has created a lot of buzz, and I don't like the fact that they didn't cater to dark skin tones, but I don't want to get too much into detail. Since Fenty Beauty has set a gold standard where you can create 40 shades and it's not really that difficult, and I just want to say that the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm in the shade Tan Sand, I don't like to apply a concealer that is a little lighter than my skin tone because I do have a lot of dark circles, and I do apply an orange corrector underneath, and I apply this shade on top of that. I like to apply a concealer that is my skin tone, and then if I want to really highlight, I go with a lighter concealer right underneath the area where I conceal. So you know how much I like this concealer. I have been raving about this concealer. I think the entire 2017, the only concealer probably I ever used was the Tarte Shape Tape. But back in October, I think Ulta started this thing where they give coupons even for prestige brand, and the Urban Decay Naked Concealer was about $14, and I went and picked it up from Ulta, and oh my god, you guys, ever since I have been using only the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. Like, I cannot stop raving about this. It is so full coverage, it is so good, and I do have dry under eyes, so sometimes it can tend to be a little cakey. It's really sad to say that it did replace my Tarte Shape Tape. Really like this. In fact, that's what I'm wearing today underneath my eyes. I don't know why, but I feel like on camera it looks a little ashy, but in person it looks perfect. I think it's just my camera, you guys. Not the best of the cameras, but I'm making do with whatever I have. But yeah, I just love this concealer. Next, let's move on to the setting powders. If you have been watching my channel for a really long time, you know that my favorite setting powder is my Sacha Buttercup powder, but I just wanted to give this banana powder a try. And I have to say, you guys, I'm back on this Ben Nye powder. I mean, I used to love this back then, but I don't know why when Farah said that it is not as yellow as it should be, I stopped using this and I then moved on to my Sacha Buttercup. But this has been giving me an amazing coverage, and I absolutely love this. And you know, these are the two setting powders that I have loved in 2017. There are two eyeliners that I really liked. One is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Now you all guys know that the NYC Liquid Liner was my favorite the last year. So it amazes me as to how close a dupe it is to the NYC Liquid Liner. So anyways, I really like this. And then again, back in October when I was going back to India, I didn't want to carry like long tubes like this. So I went to the drugstore and I picked up this Wet n Wild Mega Liner, and I think it was Sharifa who mentioned about this in one of her favorites video. It has kind of a felt tip kind of an applicator, but let me show you how it is. Look at that. It is super pigmented and it is matte, it is not glossy. I'm not really a big fan of glossy eyeliners. I really like matte eyeliners, so this is amazing. I really like this. So next is going to be my eyebrows. One is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This product speaks for itself. It is an amazing product. Now I got this while there was like a sale going on at Ulta or Sephora. I think I got it for about $10. Again, you guys, always look out for these 20% off coupons from Ulta. Especially these days, Ulta has been coming out with these 20% off coupons even for prestige brands. So make sure you spend these these coupons on prestige brands and not like on drugstore brands, because you can buy drugstore brands otherwise also, because Ulta does have $3 coupons, so you can buy it anyways. So next I have two mascaras. The first one is going to be the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Like, this is so black that it gives an amazing volume to my lashes, and it kind of really lengthens my lashes as well. I love it. I in fact wear it every day to work. Another one was this Maybelline The Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Mascara. I love this one. These two, they're very similar, like both of them lengthen and give amazing volume. Like today I use the Volume Big Shot Volume Mascara. The next product that I have is the Anastasia Contour Kit Medium to Tan, and this is what it is. And I have actually done an entire video on how to contour, highlight, bronze, etc. So I'll list it above here so you can go check that out. But I use this and I really like this, and I use this one for bronzing and I use this to kind of contour. You will see in that video I have mentioned about this. The next one is going to be this Bourjois Contouring Illusion Bronzer and Highlighter, and I picked it up again last year from Paris, and I think you might have seen me using this in so many of my videos, and I have raved about this product a lot. It's the perfect you know, bronzing product. It is a little shimmery, but when you do apply it on your face, it's not shimmery at all, like absolutely not shimmery. It's a very beautiful, like a sun-kissed kind of look, and this is what I applied on my face. I actually applied a contour, like a cream contour today, and then I kind of just bronzed my face a little bit. Highly recommend this. So the next one is going to be the blushes. The first one is going to be the Milani powder brush. This is in the shade Tea Rose. Look how beautiful it is, you guys. It's in the shape of a rose. It's very, very easy to blend out, and I really, really, really like this. The next one is going to be the e.l.f. blush palette. Now this is really, really versatile. I use these 3 shades. I don't use this shade as often because I think it's a little too dark for my skin tone. Probably it would look really, really good on a fair skin tone. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, but again, when you like put it on your face, you don't get those chunks on your cheeks. And these two are matte. This is a lighter. It's a little too dark, but not too dark. If you guys have been following my channel for a really long time, you know how much I love my highlighters. The first highlighting palette that I'm going to talk about is the Makeup Revolution Rose Gold Sugar palette. So I really like these 4 shades right here. Super, super pigmented. You know, I used these shades while I was doing my festive looks. This is how it is, and I don't know if it's going to come across, but it's really, 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 really pigmented, and I really like this, you guys. The next one is this Pac Baked highlighter, and this is in the shade 02. This is how it looks, and oh my god, you guys, this is what I have on my face as well today. So if you see that, I mixed this one and the next one that I'm going to talk about, and look at that. When I went to India this time, I only took this highlighter. I didn't take any other highlighter. I just wanted to travel light, and I used this every single day. Now I do have the Jaclyn Hill, the entire palette that she has, like the Champagne Pop, her blushes, and the Prosecco Pop. But for some reason, I never gravitated towards Prosecco Pop because I thought it was a little too golden for me. But when I received this in my BoxyCharm box, I just loved it. Like, the next one is going to be the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby and Mean Money. So this is Mean Money and this is Hustler Baby. I really don't care about this shade as much, but this one is amazing. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Now the last one was this is just an honorable mention. I had to mention this. I'm not sure if it's still available on their website because this was a limited edition, but come on, you guys, I had to mention this. So this is the Dose of Colors Mirame highlighter. Now in the pan it looks a little darker, but when you do apply it on your high points of your face, it blends in with your skin tone very, very, very well. It is suitable for all skin tones, although it does look a little darker. Oh, look at that. I also did a review on this, so I'll link it above over here. If it's available, make sure you go buy it without fail. So now I think we are pretty much at the end of it. So I'm going to talk about all the lip shades that I like. Now I love lipsticks, like lipstick, eyeliner, eyebrow pencil, and concealer. These are my 4 important things. It really doesn't matter if I apply anything else, but these 4 things are my essential, and I love, love, love applying lipsticks. So first, let me start with the Colourpop lipsticks. The first one is this shade called as Lost over here. I really, really like this. It is an ultra satin lipstick. It is not the ultra matte one. I know some people do complain about the ultra matte being a little too dry for them, but for me it works. My lips are do get a little chappy, but I do apply a little bit of chapstick, let it stay, and by the time I'm done with my entire face, I take it off and apply the Colourpop. It does last on my lips really well, so I really like the matte one, but this ultra satin one is really, really good, and this is in the shade Lost. Next one is going to be, again, I think it's an ultra matte, and this is in the shade Creeper. It's a true red. I really love this. Another one is this Colourpop Lippy Stick Matte X Lippy Stick in the shade Poppin, and this is a matte X shade. I love this. Super pigmented. This formula actually doesn't dry your lips, so if you don't like the matte shade, you can pick the matte X shade. You really, really like it, I promise you. The next one is going to be these 3 Wet n Wild Mega Last Cat Suit Liquid Lipsticks. This is the Nice to Fuchsia, Gimme Mocha and Berry Recognize. I really like this. I've done an entire video showing you all the swatches. I will link it out over here. I really like this. It doesn't dry my lips as much. You know, I use it pretty much every day to my work, so I really like this one. Then the last one is going to be the Maybelline Superstay Matte Liquid Lipstick. I saw a lot of reviews where they did not like the matte liquid lipstick by Maybelline, but I really enjoyed this. There can be some shades which are a little patchy, but I only use shades which are not patchy for me and which works for me. So among that was this shade called as Voyager. It's really dark and it looks really good. I like it. It doesn't dry my lips as much, but it's not super long lasting. It takes a little long time to kind of get rid of the stain from your lips. I know one of you just recommended in that video to use coconut oil to get rid of the stain. It does really work, so I just wanted to mention that. I really like this, you guys. It really, you know, depends person to person. Some lipsticks that work for me might not work for you, and some that work for you might not work for me. And the last one is going to be my Ofra liquid lipstick. Now I did receive that in a BoxyCharm box, but I'm going to list it somewhere over here. I use a lip pencil and then I top it off. It is not long lasting, I have to tell you that, and it is not transfer proof. So that's something you want to keep in mind, but I really like the formula of the lipstick, and it is not drying at all. It is super pigmented and kind of a little more long lasting than the soft matte lipsticks from NYX. So I really like that. So the two setting sprays that I have is this Milani Make It Last spray and the Morphe Prep and Set spray. I love these two. I was actually done with like one bottle within like a month. Every time I went to the store, it was out of stock, and this is how much is left. This is like in my third bottle. So yeah, I love this, and this is what I'm using on my face as well, along with the Morphe Prep and Set. I really like the nozzle of this one. Look at that, and it smells good as well, so that's good. So now let's move on to the eyeshadow palettes. There are two favorite palettes that I love, like I cannot do without them. The first one is the Modern Renaissance palette, and I die for these 6 shades, you guys. I really don't care for these shimmery shades because there are just like 3 of them, but these are amazing, you guys. I went to India. I did take this along with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I love my Jaclyn Hill palette. Look at this palette, you guys. It is such a beautiful palette. I mean, what can I say about this? If only Morphe comes out with a new Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a baby of the Modern Renaissance palette and the Jaclyn Hill 2 palette. I mean, think about it. How awesome would it be, isn't it? And then I have to talk about this Pixi It's Duty Time palette. I did a first impression video on this. Now this is such an like everyday look palette, you guys. You can literally carry this when you just want to throw something like on your face and just run out of the door. Just use these 2 shades on your you know, outer corner and just blend it in all over your lid, and you will love it. And it is super pigmented. It is a bit on the pricier side. For drugstore it's about $24, but it's totally worth it. The next one is going to be my Juvia's Place palette. This is the Masquerade palette, and I like this palette. Like if you really want to create a colorful look on your eyes, this is it, you guys. This is it. For example, if you're like going for an event, okay, you want to create a colorful eye, just take this palette. It has all the warm shades and you can create any colorful look right here. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention is the Colourpop palette. Now these are the Colourpop shades. Ignore these shades because these are not Colourpop, but the matte shades that you see are all Colourpop. I just love the Colourpop eyeshadows because they are so inexpensive, and for the price, the quality is amazing. It's not chalky, super pigmented, so I really like that. I think yeah, that's about it, you guys. I think I'm through everything. So yeah, these were all my 2017 favorites for makeup. Can you believe it? I used so much makeup in 2017. I can't believe it. But anyways, I am going to be uploading a skincare and hair care favorite video next, so look out for that sometime around this week. And yeah, that's about it, you guys. So if you like this video, you know what you gotta do. You gotta just hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Please guys, let's try and reach 600 by the end of this month. What say? Okay, so yeah, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my social media. All the accounts will be right here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.